A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his left. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
So a jump there defensively.
It's a killer. Watch the football.
Still 2nd down.
Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
After the encroachment penalty, here's 2nd and 5.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
Now let's go.
They'll go back to the ground with Bell. He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Out to his left. This is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Washington, 26 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Rodgers now on first down. It's caught outright by Graham. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
Stephon Tuitt's game continues to gain notice and respect. He's a long defensive end, but has great ability to bend and get leverage, can take on blockers at the point of attack, and also shows skill in rushing the passer.
You mentioned he's long, 6'7", over 315 pounds. Man, he is huge. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And some room to run now. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
The reason that counter or misdirection plays work so well is that usually you've given them a reason to think that everything's going to the direction it starts initially. You've run that type of a play throughout the game. You've given them that look. And now you're going to counter things and bring it back the other way. Almost a tendency breaker at times. And a lot of it is making sure that you have an illusion, almost like a magician. Look over here, but the play is actually happening over there, and that's where a running back's vision comes into play. See the hole in a place where people don't expect and get there with some speed. And that's exactly what he did on that play.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Rodgers hands to Montgomery, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
319!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And before they can get settled in here, time expires on the 1st quarter of action. It's a close game here early on. More from the Steel City coming up after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
That's fine. Yeah.
Rodgers handing to Montgomery. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
319!
Rodgers to Montgomery on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
258!
Shotgun now for Rodgers. The connection made. It's Graham. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And Crosby puts it through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask gets him a free 15 to start the drive.
Watch it now, Barney. Set. 3-19. 3-19.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves him in pretty good shape.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go now. Blue 90.
A give to Bell. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Over. All right, here we go. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nick Perry. Tough to handle on that blitz. penalty gets him for a loss of 5. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to throw here. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Set. Green 39. Green.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Nick Perry in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. But it's brought in by Washington. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Extra point now by Boswell. Boswell good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now the Packers get set to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
On first and 10. Here's Rodgers. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
319.
Rodgers now on first down. And Graham's got it over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Got a man, that's Allison. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable second and 1.
319.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Rodgers to throw on third and 1. He's got his target. It's Cobb. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And Crosby puts it through. But hang on, a flag is down. Now if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards. They just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Likely time for one final snap as they start out first and 10.
All right, here we go.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for...
Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. The 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, 75 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Boswell for the extra point. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 15 now. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. A gain of 3, second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Two former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers fighting his tight end, Graham. Packer first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Green 19.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on third down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just kind of shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on.
Now a play fake here on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder, Artie Burns. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39. Hot, hot.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Over.
On second down, it's Bell. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Set, blue 90, blue 90.
First carry for James Conner. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Now let's go. Blue 90, blue 90.
They'll look to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
And there's a man they call AB. Always a volume receiver. He gobbles up catches. Holds the number 2 and number 4 spots for most receptions in a season in NFL history. And in 2015, just 7 catches shy of setting the single-season mark for most receptions, currently held by Marvin Harrison, a Hall of Famer.
He had 130. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So on fourth down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Montgomery on the counter. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
58!
On third down, Rodgers. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. T.J. Watt able to drop it for a loss of 12. And it'll be fourth down.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. With it is Brown. Brown with his stick skills. And now running right through him. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe bashed it.
Super toe. And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. All right, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
They'll go again with Bell. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. The Steelers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Check the backer.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. The give is to Bell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle made there by Nick Perry.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Over. Set. Green 39, green 39.
On play action, they'll throw. Steps away. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Now back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to throw now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Automatic
Because
first
they're
down.
inside the 30. So now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Over. Leopard.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. In for the score. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. They had the lead in the fourth, but still passing finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Boswell good with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
319! 319!
Rodgers now on first down. And left side here, it's Graham. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Watch out. 319!
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
319!
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give them a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Rodgers now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
319!
Rodgers to throw once more. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Adams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
On 1st down, Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
319!
Rodgers again now. And he's got it. And he's brought down.
Green 19! Blue 58!
And again, it's Rodgers. And that one falls incomplete, breaking his string of 7 straight passes completed. The veteran Morgan Burnett there on the coverage. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
An incomplete pass on first down. Here's 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. Throwing is Rodgers. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
This Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham there to make the grab. And the Packers get a score closer.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Again, it's Bell. Bell a first down and then some. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Over! Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
They'll drop to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And the Steelers on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This a 33-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player, not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Rodgers now to throw. That's brought in by Davis over the middle, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. From midfield, here's Rodgers. It's caught outright by Graham. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Rodgers now on first down. Got a man, that's Allison. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know.